What's going on, A's fans? I know, I haven't talked in a while about the Oakland A's, but the playoffs are here. It's October, and by the time you hear this, the matchup may have already happened, or it will happen. The Oakland A's are taking on the New York Yankees in the Bronx for a loser goes home, do or die situation. It's the best thing and most stressful thing if your team is involved. So having this one-game playoff and all that, it's big. This team defied all expectations, had one of the lowest they had the lowest payroll on opening day, and they made the postseason with a legit record, 90-something wins. It's really nice to see this team actually showed up and played. Definitely beat my expectations, probably beat a lot of your expectations. But there comes the playoffs, and I would say that this team is a year ahead of schedule. Anyone who's been an A's fan knows that this team had a core. We had Matt Olson, you had Matt Chapman, you had other guys being built around, and then suddenly there were other guys coming up. We knew that there was some farm, some better prospects lately. Though it is disappointing what Dustin Fowler did this year. I'll say that's a disappointment. But no surprises. This team is capable of hitting bombs and home runs. Chapman, you have, of course, Chris Davis, who's right at the top of the league, near the top. I don't know if he is number one, but yeah, 40-something bombs this year. Can't complain. Of course, there's one thing you do complain about, and that's the starting pitching. All downhill. And what really sucks is that everybody from opening day's rotation is out. They're all injured. You look at how the A's got here, and you just say, wow, this team still found a way to get to the playoffs. With a 90-plus win season, they had the fourth best record in MLB. Okay, better than every National League team combined. That's impressive. That really is impressive when you think about it. Yet it could all end in one game. It's a one-game playoff in the Bronx. They're a classic underdog versus the Yankees being the Yankees. It's kind of fun and interesting. Yeah, everyone's kind of rooting for the A's being the underdog story. It's a cool feeling. But at the same time, I'm greedy. I shouldn't complain. I should be happy they're in the playoffs, first time in 4 years. All that hoopla and stuff and nonsense we've dealt with in our lifetime as A's fans. But that nonsense continues. The one thing that sucks in my lifetime, I've seen nothing but playoff failure. Now, this team won't have expectations. They're playing with house money when they go to the Bronx. But if they have, say, the lead in the 7th, 8th, or 9th inning, and they blow it, that's going to hurt. That's going to sting all off-season long to think that's how they get out or exit the playoffs. But yeah, I should be thankful they were a year ahead of schedule. Matt Chapman, if there was a team MVP award, Matt Chapman gets that award easily, more than Chris Davis, unless you overvalue the home run. Chapman's done a lot defensively, and he's doing a lot of things for a third baseman. You just see how many base hits he's taken away. It's incredible, some of the tape I've seen there, and all the games that we've been watching. So Chapman, so far looking like a keeper. That's a good sign and all that. But the pitching staff, once again, we're down to the bullpen. We're down to guys who were minor league pickups and guys that were traded mid-season like Mike Fears. And what sucks here is that they got to probably do a bullpen start where Liam Hendricks will be the opener, as they say. I think Tampa Bay Rays do that a lot, where they have an opener, but the starting pitcher will just go 2 innings at most, maybe 3. This is what you do at a college game, a midweek college baseball game. We'll usually do that, where the bullpen has guys assigned an inning or 2, maybe 3 apiece, and they have to fight from there. I mean, hell of a season from Blake Trinan, hell of a year. And then Ramon Laureano, who came in and called up, worked his way up the farm. Impressive short season we've seen from him. I got to like what I saw there. Jed Lowry, pretty solid year. He's had some career highs. And even Jonathan Lucroy's had some help out of nowhere. He's not great, but considering what they paid, it's low risk and it is paying off in some aspects. But the bullpen will make or break this team. That's the one thing we know. The bullpen has to carry this team, and on paper, it's not going to last. These starters can't go, 5 innings anymore? As I said, it's going to be a bullpen game in the Bronx. They're likely going to face Severino or Tanaka. I haven't seen the matchup will probably be out by the time you see this video. It's easy. I think they can hit. The offense showed they're legit. They can hit the bomb. But I'm always very picky about one thing, and that's how they live and die by the home run. Okay, I need to see more timely hitting, clutch hitting, situational guys. You just need a gapper. You need a base hit. You don't always have to hit a home run. out in the park. That stadium in the Bronx, you can hit a bomb easy. Of course, I expect home runs in a way because of that. It's a bandbox ballpark. Question is, how much do the A's give up? I mean, the Yankees, as we know, can hit. You can inflate your numbers in that ballpark. So, who knows? I think the A's can win, but it has to be a high-scoring game. It has to be like 9-8, 9-7, something along those lines. No lead is safe until it's over. We've learned that with the Kansas City game 4 years ago. That happened. That team was on fumes. Now, I don't want people making too many comparisons to 2012. Yes, there were some prizes, but this team is not as surprising because there is a core in place, and we saw it. They didn't like trade their best players in the offseason and get new people. This group had their bunch, and we knew it coming into the year. We wanted to see development and so on, and it's been a crazy ride, but who knows what could happen. I should just enjoy the ride as much as I can. But the run record that stands out when I talk about playoff failures, they're 1-13 when they can eliminate a team from the postseason in the 21st century, since 2000. That includes Gil Heredia getting lit up. That includes Billy Koch coming in against the Twins. That includes Eric Burns making a bad base running blunder. That includes Josh Reddick striking out on full count with the bases loaded. And of course that includes 2 blown saves in one game against the Kansas City Royals. All those playoff failures I've seen. I mean, does it become 1-14? Is that what the record becomes, or does it become 2-13? We'll find out in the Bronx in a couple days. Now, as for the Yankees, it feels very weird. That division is back to the Yankees and Red Sox being the top teams, and the Yankees usually are the most hated, but now it feels weird. A lot of this Yankees team is not hateable for me. I can't hate a guy like Aaron Judge. I know he's been hurt, but I can't hate him. I can't hate Masahiro Tanaka. There are players that are also homegrown that are very likable, so it's very hard to hate. You can't hate a guy like Severino. I can't. They have actually gone through the right way, though they traded for Stanton and actually had to spend money on him. But yeah, the Yankees, it just feels weird that I've preferred them over the Red Sox in recent years, and I shouldn't be caring about that rivalry, but it is really weird. The umpire is back. Yankees fans worldwide have been awoken since last year. They were a year ahead of schedule. And now, I mean, I give credit to all the passionate Yankees fans in New York out there, but the fact that we know this fan base is everywhere in parts of the country that shouldn't exist, it's annoying as hell. But I'm thankful I'm also in a part of the country now that's pretty obscure. I don't see it as much. If I was in a city, yeah, I'd see a lot of Yankees fans, but it is what it is. It's a good thing that this team is playing with house money. I just know it'll be easier for me to get over a loss if it's a blowout from the beginning. But if it's a close game and they blow it at the end, that's going to sting in my brain a lot longer. Of course, winning, I would consider that a fully successful year if they win. But it still feels like just salt in the wounds when they lose in the playoffs, even with all this great accomplishment in the regular season. So, yeah, I was wrong. I thought this team was going to get about 77 wins, maybe 500 if the pitching was good. But they were legitimately the 4th best team in record in MLB, so I'm very thankful for that. And the A's really have been the underdog story. Everyone actually is talking about them. It's crazy, just nationally. So, what are your thoughts on this game? Let me know what y'all think, and I'll hopefully talk about the end when the game is over. We'll see you guys later, and let's go Oakland.